Hello and welcome to Mobile World Congress 2014. This is Gavin from Lenovo along with my friend Keith. How are you, Keith?
I'm great, Gavin. It's great to be here in Barcelona.
It is. It's a lovely, lovely place to be. And Lenovo has gone big this year at MWC in a way that we never have, Keith.
Absolutely. This is the first time that we have a huge booth here. And by the way, it's a beautiful booth. You know, here in Barcelona at MWC, we're featuring all our latest PC Plus products, tablets, and smartphones, and of course, our new suite of Android applications.
That's right. Now, it's worth noting to anybody who hasn't been paying attention that our imprint worldwide in phones and tablets was not much to speak of a few years ago, but a lot has happened. You mentioned to me in 2011, we took our first phone outside China, and now I believe we're in 26 countries according to our latest count. Tell us about the way that things have kind of evolved over the last 3 years.
Well, we've always, had a large footprint in China. We're currently the #2 smartphone vendor in China itself and #4 outside of China. But from the China market, we actually found a lot of success with the A390. That was one of the first products that we had that we worked with China Unicom and really drove it to the mass market. And we actually brought that outside of China as well and became really hugely successful. And that was 2 years ago, and how time flies, right? After that, now we've got about 20 models across the board that focuses on different areas depending on what your interest is in, and of course different price points as well, from the low price points like $100 Android smartphone all the way to $500 like the Lenovo Vibe Z, which I've got right here. This is a high-end flagship product that we have.
I've got mine with me as well. I'm actually using Vibe X, which is a slightly smaller cousin.
What's your Vibe?
And this one, for me, this replaced the K900, which was another interesting one, an Intel-based phone that we had.
Absolutely, and that was our first premium smartphone, so to speak, really hovering at the 500 to 550 US price point. And that was the first time that we actually got something that's premium out into the market. And surprisingly to us, we actually outsold China in terms of the K900. So that was a really, really great sort of like justification of our move to go outside of China.
Sure. And so what we've seen again in the last few years is a growth in the number of models. Most important, I think, to the people watching this video, a growth in the number of options that are available for people. So you mentioned Vibe, and we're standing next to some beautiful phones that just announced this week here at Mobile World Congress.
That's right.
But tell us a little bit about the different lines, the different product lines, and we don't need to go super deep. People can look more online. There are other videos on our YouTube channel and look across our social media pages. But Keith, talk a little about Vibe as a series, as a family, and a little bit about these new S series.
So we really wanted to bring Vibe, to Mobile World Congress to really showcase our latest flagship technologies. In the Vibe series, it's really representing our premium range of smartphones. So the best that Lenovo has to offer. So we've got fantastic screen quality in full HD display, IPS panel. We've got great viewing angles here. A really good camera. So 13 megapixels rear and 5 megapixel front cameras. Now, a lot of people don't realize what 5 megapixel front cameras can do for their selfies. Because selfies, a lot of people take a lot of selfies, but they keep putting the screen on the other side. They don't know what they're shooting, right? But when you actually see yourself and can frame yourself, it makes a huge difference. Plus the fact that we've got auto beautification software, which makes you look really good. Take away all those wrinkles
no
that
matter how much jet lag, no matter how late you stayed out in Barcelona last night, you can look great.
Absolutely. So aside from that, we've got really nice premium materials, a great finish. So really and really good camera technology as well. So this is really what Vibe represents. Personality, your own personality, your own uniqueness, and what you stand for. You can use your Vibe to sort of like represent that. But on the other side, in the mid-range set of phones, we have the S series, which really target different target users, whether they want battery life, like we have battery champs like the S860, which we just launched at MWC, or the S660, which also has really great battery life. Now the S860, for example, gives you 43 hours of talk time. You wouldn't be talking for that long, obviously.
But who am I talking to for 43 hours? And can't we go meet at a cafe?
I'm sure. But what happens is that you can actually use this phone, for 2 days without a charge, without recharging it, and you can even use it to charge your other devices. as well. And we've got demos here that show that we're using a USB on-the-go cable. You can actually charge your other devices with your S860 phone.
Well, and Keith, I got to tell you, like for those of us who travel a lot, whether it's for work or for fun, battery life is everything. And you walk around here, the center here at Mobile World Congress, it's never been so apparent. All of our Lenovo social media this week that's coming to you live from Mobile World Congress is coming off of a Vive X phone.
Absolutely.
So we're living proof that this stuff works.
And if anybody actually at Mobile World Congress has a problem, finding a charger for their phone, they can always come to the Lenovo booth and get the S860. We've got a charging station set up using the S860.
Yep.
We also have a really beautiful device here called the S850. It's not really my favorite color, but I know that it's a favorite color for a lot of people, pink, right? And we've got this in pink and white. Now the S850 actually is a all glass sort of material, as you can see on the outside, and it's got even the words also light up as well as part of the notification. Yeah. So it really is beautiful. This one also has really good cameras, 5 megapixel front camera and 13 megapixel rear camera as well, and at a sub $300 US price point, available in March. So it really is an affordable way for people who love taking photos, taking selfies, and it's thin and light as well, 140 grams.
Yeah. So Keith, let's close on another note, and the note is innovation. So there are a number of smartphone vendors around the world, many of them making really great stuff. Let's acknowledge that.
Absolutely.
But I think what's been interesting to me in the last 6 months to a year is seeing Lenovo kind of, again, maturing the product line, but now adding a suite of apps. And so our Do It apps that we've got on all these new smartphones and some of our tablets as well, to me shows us kind of going to the next level, and that's thinking about the experience that people are having.
That's right.
Tell me about the
smartphone experience. The smartphone experience is not just about great hardware, right? You also need to have really good software to give you a good experience. So in our case, what we've done with the Do It apps is we've included software that helps you to share your content, whether it's a video that you captured or your photographs that you took, some music that you've recorded. You can share that with other people really easily through the Share It application, and we've made Share It available on Google Play as well, so that other Android users using other devices can also have the same application, so that Lenovo users can share that with other users as well. So we're not being selfish in that way, sharing it with the world.
It's beautiful.
Right? And
actually, check our Twitter stream. We're going to share the link to download that from Google Play.
And it's faster.
It's something that you and me used when we were in Las Vegas a couple months ago. It's an amazing. And you don't even have to be on Wi-Fi to do it.
That's right. It's faster than Bluetooth by 40%, and you don't need a Wi-Fi network. You don't need a cellular network, because it does utilize the Wi-Fi connectivity in the phone with the other phone. So the speed you get is Wi-Fi speeds, but you don't need a Wi-Fi hotspot. So that's a great thing about sharing.
Now, if you would, give me just a quick overview of the other four.
So we've got Secure It, which has a whole host of awesome functionality to help you against mobile malware, privacy. You can also control how much data your phone is allowed to utilize and stream. You can also set up their phone so that if someone actually steals it, for example, it'll send you a message from the phone so that you can actually control what you want to do with your phone, like lock it, wipe it out, or even send out a siren on the phone itself.
Maybe put an electric shock in there for the person.
Maybe the next version of that. Maybe the next version of the software. We've also got Sync It, which helps you easily back up and restore your contacts, call logs, and text messages as well. And then finally, of course, we've got the Snap It camera and the See It gallery, which allows you to have all kinds of fun filters and effects, one touch. And it's in real time. You put the effects there, and you can actually see it and capture the image as you see it.
Yep. Phenomenal. Well, Keith, thanks for being with us today, and hopefully this gives everybody a look at sort of where we came from and where we're headed in the Lenovo smartphone business. So thanks again.
Thanks, Gavin. It's really been exciting.
Take care.